Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we are doing a 2026 Bowman baseball preview. I am really excited for Bowman this year and every year. I always go really hard at Bowman, but we went extra hard this year. Just an FYI to everybody out there. We decided to buy a sealed hobby case for a full case challenge. Never done before on the channel. I obviously open hobby on the channel for Bowman, but I've never done the whole full sealed case. So that is going to be a riot. I can't wait for that. And I also bought 2 blaster cases. So one of those is going to be used primarily for a full case retail profit challenge. And the other one, I'm not sure yet. I might go live with it and rip that live if I end up getting it kind of early, or we may end up just using it for battles and some other stuff. But Bowman is always a fun rip. I tend to stick to blasters because blasters for Bowman can net you huge hits, just like hobby can. You don't have to go the hobby route for Bowman. I've always said that, and I've always had success with the blasters. So we're sticking to that, but I wanted to do a hobby case challenge because the channel's doing awesome. I really appreciate everybody for subscribing and watching all the content. And I feel like it would be fun for all of us to kind of see what a hobby case can net you. Now, in this preview video, so we are going to go through the checklist very, very quickly. I'm not going to go through prospects, FYI. I don't know anything about most prospects. I'm not a prospect guy. I do watch a lot of baseball, but mostly the current players. There are plenty of channels out there that can give you the prospects, you know, the rundown on those guys. I know some of the obvious chases, and we can kind of go through some of those as we see them. But I'm going to stick to going through the rookie checklist because we got a few interesting names here on the rookie checklist. And some of them are going to be our first exposure to their rookie cards. So the numbered versions of them are going to be, honestly, big chases. The prospects are always the main chase for Bowman, but you can pull huge rookies out of here too, so keep that in mind. And the biggest portion of this preview is going to be the print run numbers. I want to make clear these are not my numbers. Shout out to @WaxMetrics on Twitter or X. Slab Squatch Sports Cards. All of the print run numbers that you see are going to be directly from Slab Squatch Sports Cards. He does an excellent job breaking down products. I actually think that this breakdown in particular was one of the best that he's ever done. He really went in deep on that. So if you want to give him a follow on Twitter or X, whatever you call it, to support him, that would be great. But let's take a look at I got a screen recording here of the checklist. You can see Ethan Holiday. He is Jackson Holiday's brother and Matt Holiday's son. He went to the Rockies, as you can see there. There is his first Bowman paper. Variations, etched in glass. Etched in glass is awesome. Stained glass type cards are always really cool. There is Seung-Jun Kim on his first. It says, as popular as prospect base and parallel cards are amongst collectors, it's the autographs that command the most attention. Chrome prospect autographs in particular. This is where the majority of the value is going to be in this set. Just a heads up on that. Now, keep in mind, you can pull key rookie autos, though, but they're way harder. There's just less of those to pull, especially when you're going retail. We'll see how hobby goes when I do that. But in terms of retail, a lot of times I'll pull 1 or 2 rookie autos per case, and that's it. And we'll get into the autos because it's a little different this year, and we'll get into that as we go here. Long list of prospects, including Ethan Holiday, who we just talked about. Collectors often find special inscriptions sprinkled. There is a Andrew Fisher. I know he's one of the top prospects as well. He's got a little bit of I don't know if that's a special inscription or what that is right there for him, but those are cool. I've never actually pulled one of those. I have seen those pulled, though, and they're really, really awesome. Select players will also have limited gold ink variations. Phenomenal idea. These are going to be almost impossible to pull, but look at that card. Justin Gonzalez, he's another big chase in this set. Look at that card right there. That is really cool with the gold ink. So nice touch on that one. Additional autograph concept include chrome rookie autographs and pack fractor autographs that include the 1989 Bowman wax pack theme in the background. Again, another really, really good idea. I really like the way that looks, and look at who that is right there. Kevin McGonigal. We'll get into him a little later, but that's awesome that you have a chance to pull his stuff. He has been phenomenal this season, as expected. I've been talking him up for quite a while. And if you scroll, you can see a Roman Anthony right there as well. Another rookie that's in this set. Tough insert chases have become a staple of Flagship. Anime inserts. These are amazing. These sell like crazy. They're super collectible if you want to keep them. But the nice part about these, man, if you pull one of these, I pulled a Roki last year, Roki Sasaki, and I really struggled with selling that one. I'm glad I did because I already have a decent collection of him. But these are really, really awesome cards. They come in not only the base, but numbered variations as well. And then they have, I think it's called kanji. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Kanji variations with Japanese characters on the nameplate, including Shohei Ohtani and Murakami. And Murakami's a big one on the checklist that we're going to highlight. Bowman Spotlight. Boy, I want this card so bad. Look at this Nolan McLean Bowman Spotlight. Now, remember in 2023, these were easy to pull. They were a base insert. They were super popular, and they decided to make them SSP, case hit style. So very difficult to pull spotlights. I have pulled some of the rare ones, but again, you're lucky if you get one per case there. Crystallized, another huge, huge chase. Super cool. They look like color blast type inserts. There's Jack Caglione. That is an orange variation numbered out of 25. And among the new concepts to the product are patchwork and electric sluggers. So that's kind of cool that Ichiro there with the old Mariners logo and his number and everything. All right, let's take a look real quick. Like I said, we're just going through. There's 100 cards in the base set. The prospects are here. This is the Beckett website. I mean, if you want to go look at prospects, remember, first prospects are the big chases, but any prospect that is still a prospect that's in the top 100 or one of the most coveted players, you're going to see on here. So, like I said, I'm not going to go through this, but Travis Bazzana is still on here. There's Shotaro Mori, all kinds of names. I mean, it would take forever to go through all of that, but they're all on here too. So you can still catch value even if you're not hitting one of the top first guys. But if we switch over to the base here, you're going to have all your key veterans like Judge and Shohei and all them guys. But the rookies are the key here. You got Chase Burns, Sal Stewart. That was a big one I was looking for in here. He was in here. Murakami was one of the big ones. There he is at number 9. He is in here. Roman Anthony is in here. It's a good rookie class for this set. Peyton Tolley. Akamoto for Toronto is in here. That's kind of a cool one. Brandon Sproat. Jacob Mizorowski's a big one. Chase DeLauder. Chase DeLauder was another big one I was looking for this year. He had such a red-hot start to his season. He's in this set. Carson Williams, Drew Gilbert, Trey Savage right there. Early for Boston, another key rookie to look for. Cam Schlittler, he's had a really nice year. Another guy to look for. Bryce Eldridge, we're getting exposure to his rookie cards. Owen Casey, Jonah Tong, Carter Jensen, he's had his moments this year. Colson Montgomery, great power numbers this year. Jack Caglione in there, Cole Young in there, Bubba Chandler, Harry Ford, Nolan McLean. I kind of knew he would be in here. That seemed obvious to me. And Samuel Basayo is also in here as well. So rookie class-wise, I think we're sitting pretty. I think this is a really, really decent collection of rookies. I am going to switch over right now to, this is Slab Squatch Sports Cards. This is his breakdown of what we're talking about here for Bowman. He gets into everything. He starts off here with the trim down. So hobby boxes, they've been trimmed from 24 packs of 8 cards to 20 packs. We're kind of seeing that across the board with a lot of products. Not a huge fan of that. And blasters, aka value boxes, join the party as well. 6 packs of 10 cards instead of 12 cards per pack. So keep that in mind. Jumbo, it was a little hazy, as he writes here. Checklist sites have them at 12 packs for 28 cards per pack. Basketball was different. I didn't rip that, but and then mega boxes. I thought this was really interesting. I didn't even hear this until I read Slab Squatch Sports Cards right up here. Mega boxes are doing, they used to have the 2 Mojo packs. It looks like they're doing 6 packs of 7 cards, and the Mojos mix directly into the packs. I actually like that a lot because as a content creator, you know, you're ripping through the 4 base packs. Just, you know, there's not a whole lot you can pull in there. Typically, it's just lasers and the Red Rookie Redemption type stuff. But now we're going to have Mojos, color, autos. They all can be in all packs, that's going to be really, really fun for the Megas. Here's pre-order, April 13th. We sent out a text for that. Make sure to join our text club. There's a link in the description and pinned comment if you're not already. These were the best prices you're probably going to get, was those pre-order prices that we texted out. Hobby at $240, Jumbo $520. Value and Megas should stay the same. Keep that in mind. Release date is May 13th, which is actually coming up pretty quick here. I bet you that Blasters and Megas stay at 30 and 50, but Hobby and Jumbo, they're probably going to jack those up a little bit. By the way, we did get one Jumbo as well, just to do like a kind of a new release type of video, but I did not get a Jumbo case. Odds sheet, check this out, 128 million cards in the product. That is down 15.7%. So that's kind of interesting that the overall total number of cards is down. But as he writes here, production of sealed product is very similar to last year. This shows the massive effects that a little trimming here and there can have on the total production, which makes sense. Autos, not a huge fan of this. 7.8% down for the autos, and that's going to affect us in one of our series that we'll get to a little later. Very soon here, though, coming up. Parallels, way up, 30% up. I mean, we've seen the parallels just going up and up and up and up and up on every release, so not surprising there. Inserts, almost the same, very slightly down. And here is a big decrease in base. So total base cards now, for the purpose of this, he says base paper, paper prospects, and chrome. So chrome is included in the base here, down 19.7%. Here's your productions by format. Hobby boxes, 9,700 cases. Jumbos, 7,600 cases. Breaker's Delight, which we don't have access to, which is still a absolute joke, if you ask me. But anyways, I wouldn't open them anyways because Breaker's Delight is the true degenerate. Let's flip through all the base and not care about any cards but the hits. But anyways, I don't want to get on a rant here on a preview video. 5,500 cases of Breaker's Delight. That was allocated to all the big breakers, obviously. Value boxes, look at this. It's down year over year. But I laughed when I saw 982,000 value boxes, 24,558 cases. And, you know, this holds true because the value boxes, the pre-order stayed on tops forever. We actually texted that out multiple times because it was on there for so long. Mega boxes way up 18.9%. Lots of more cases of megas. And again, they stayed on the Topps website for quite a while. Here's your hit rates. These are averages based on the odds. All of this stuff is based on the odds, so just keep that in mind. Hobby, 1 auto, 8.5 parallels, 18.9 inserts, 3 numbered cards per hobby. If that holds true, I'm not too mad because if you look at Jumbo, you get way more autos but only 4 numbered cards. Less parallels, way more inserts. So the Jumbos are always going to be the way to go if you're chasing autos, but you can actually do well, you know, outside of the other stuff. Breaker's Delight, let's just skip because we're not going to be able to open anything like that. Value boxes, 1 auto per 9.9 boxes. This is not ideal, really at all. I used to get 6 to 7 autos per case, sometimes 8. I have a ton of experience opening Bowman Blaster cases. I've been doing it multiple cases every year since 2023. And those numbers for me have always held true, you know, that 6 to 8 autos per case. We're down to 4 autos per case, 1.9 parallels, 5.3 inserts. This is per box now, just that auto is per case. 0.76 numbered cards, which means basically 3 out of every 4 blasters will produce a numbered card. So that's not terrible. Because blasters, you know, notoriously, you can kind of strike out on numbered cards. Sometimes you get 0 in a box. A lot of times you get 1, and then sometimes you get lucky and get 2. But that doesn't surprise me there. Megas are 1 auto per 5.4 boxes, so 3.7 per case. You're probably looking around 4 there per case. 10.3 parallels. Now, this is a very high parallel rate. That's because of the lasers. You're guaranteed 2 lasers. They've been doing that for a while. And 6 mojos. This probably includes red rookie redemptions as well. Of the total autos in the product, numbered versus unnumbered are split almost 50%. And this is interesting. And I think this has been the case over the years because I've only pulled the paper autos. out of blasters to begin with, but it says non-chrome paper autos exclusive to value boxes. 55.5% are paper autos. It's just not great. We lost a little bit of auto equity in the blasters when you consider if you're going to get two papers, you better hope you get lucky and get a numbered paper, because the numbered papers, or the base papers, go significantly lower than typical autos in terms of resale rate, and they're usually sticker autos as well. So we'll see as we start ripping that. Value map pricing based on pre-order pricing for everything. So secondary market pricing does not apply to this. Basically price per card. You got value boxes, 15 blasters. Again, I'll keep saying blasters. 50 cents per mega, $1.19. Hobby, $1.50. And there's the price per parallel, what you're going to pay per parallel. Per auto, you can see jumbo is significantly best for that. But again, that comes with downside because of the price of jumbos. And then for numbered card, the value boxes with the numbered card thing, the fact that you're going to get one in 3 out of 4, that's the thing that props them up at least enough to make up for the loss of the autos. I will say that, because look at the price discrepancy per numbered card between value boxes and hobby and jumbo specifically. Big difference there. Let's see what he's got here. So basically, he's got a little game here. Imagine you got the itch to rip. Your options are a 40-box case of value boxes or the equivalent spend in hobby or jumbo. Here's what you could expect from ripping a near equivalent value of each. I think this is kind of cool to do this. 2 jumbos, there's the price of that. 6 autos, 14.4 parallels, 8 numbered cards. 5 hobbies, 5 autos, 42 parallels, 15 numbered cards. A case of blasters, 4 autos, 70 parallels, 30 numbered cards. Double the amount of numbered cards for the same amount of value than hobby. It's typical for lower numbered variants to show more heavily in hobby and jumbo. That is 100,000% correct. You can still pull very low numbered stuff from blasters. It's just significantly harder. You got to get very lucky. But as he says here, the sheer volume of parallels and numbered cards you're getting out of value is hard to ignore. Best formats. Basically, he laid out the cases, the case for the value boxes. The value boxes right here, parallels and common inserts, like he says, runs laps around everything. Certain X-fractors, shimmers, and waves aren't available in value boxes. And if that's what you're chasing, hobby's your best bet, or jumbo. Also, the snack pack things, you cannot get those crazy snack pack pulls. You can't get those from value boxes. They're only hobby boxes and 1 in 24 cases. He says to avoid weighing shenanigans, avoid eBay if you're purchasing sealed hobby boxes. Why? That extra pack will show up on a gram scale. There are people who do that. They'll buy multiple cases and they'll weigh it and find those crazy snack pack packs. What about the nukes? As always, Topps threw in some truly desirable inserts and anime, etched in glass, spotlights, crystallized, final draft. We went through all of those. No garbage pail kids in this release. Almost, this is the one of the biggest keys of this write-up for me. Almost all of these are live in value boxes, the only exception being an orange crystallized. Value is the most cost-effective way to pull some of those crazy hits. That's great news for everyone, because anybody who can't afford to get hobby and jumbo hobby, almost everybody can afford to get some blasters. So outside of the ultra rare anime parallels, black, red, kanji, and the superfractors, value give you the best shot per dollar at hitting these. He makes fun of the Panini fanboys. Nukes shouldn't come from retail. That's a joke. I think nukes should come from every single format, especially, you know, I've ranted about the Breaker's Delight things. There's nothing that makes me more mad when you see one of ones and crazy redemptions, and they're all coming from Breaker's Delight. We got no shot to get them and rip them personally. You got to buy into breaks, which is what Fanatics want you to do. But anyways, pure numbers standpoint, massive win for the average ripper, and I applaud Topps for that. I do as well. You should basically make it affordable and attainable to get big hits for the average ripper. He says he's ripping value boxes big time. That's basically what that says. Here are the print runs. These are unnumbered parallels. There goes my battery for all you that yell at me that my phone's never charged. I work off my phone 24/7, so that's why it's never charged. Here are your unnumbered parallels. I'm not going to go through all of these, but you can kind of see a sneaky one on here that people undervalue always, every single time I see a sale. X-Fractors. People think X-Fractors are not rare. Why? Because of Topps Chrome. Topps Chrome, X-Fractors fly out. Obviously, they're megas. They fly out of there, so people think they're a common insert. $7.75 each. Know what you have if you pull one of those. And here are the peanuts and popcorn, gumball sunflower seeds. Those are those snack packs. Extremely low print run. That's why they're so valuable. And you can pull autos from those packs as well. Reptilians are at $81.90. Bowman logo pattern. Those were cool. I remember those last year, 100 each. Etched in glass is $350. Red rookie variation, $20,690. So lower print run than, regular refractor type things would be. But they're pretty plentiful. I'm going to go back to the Bowman checklist because there is something that I want to point out about that right in a minute here. Here's your inserts right there. That's all the base unnumbered inserts. Here's your rare inserts. Anime is $190. Look at the kanjis. Or kanji. I think it's kanji, whatever. 5 each. Bowman Spotlights, $140. Crystallized, $100. I love the low print run on these. I really, really like it a lot. Chrome Prospect Autos are $18.80 a piece. Chrome Rookie Autos, $500. That's kind of what I was saying. So with my experience, which is a lot of experience with ripping Bowman, the rookie autos, the Chrome Rookie Autos are so tough to pull. And it kind of shows you in the numbers there. There's your Paper Prospect, $700 each. Paper Rookies and Vet Retail Autos, $200 each. Keep in mind, the Vet Retail Autos can be a little valuable because there's not as many of them out there in circulation. And sometimes there's some big names on those Vet Retail Autos. There's your Mojo stuff. All-America Game Red Ink autos, 10 each. And you got some real rare stuff there, black and white autos. So that's the end of that right there. Let's flip back over real quick. I want to scroll down the base checklist. Here is your red RCs. Why is this important? Red RCs are those red rookie redemptions. And I might do a separate video on that at some point, or I'll just explain as we do our Bowman videos. But there was a few names that we needed to see on here, and we have Sal Stewart. That's a big one. Murakami is a very big one because those guys are front runners for Rookie of the Year. Chase DeLauder was another big one. Now, the one name that is not on, I don't think it was on here. Let me double check real quick because I thought I did not see it on here. Yeah, Kevin McGonigal. So McGonigal is not on here. I think he is still a prospect in this set. You can pull his cards from here, but you cannot pull his red RC. So if he wins the Rookie of the Year, that's going to be a tough one. And there's number 85, Nolan McLean, who is another favorite to win potentially. So that's all I got. I mean, great. Again, shout out to Slab Squatch Sports Cards at Wax Metrics on Twitter. Go give him a follow. Amazing write-up, just incredible write-up. The print run numbers, you can come back to this video or reference that. But like I said, if you follow him, he's got a Substack you could subscribe to. That way you'll have the print run numbers right at your fingertips. I usually keep them next to me while I'm doing rips. But overall, I think the product is going to be a ton of fun. I'm excited I went heavy on the blasters, even though there's an auto decrease because of those numbered cards. So it'll be really interesting to keep track of our case rips and see if those odds numbers play out with what we're going to rip. So I'm really excited. And if you want to follow along with all the Bowman content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.